What's good, everyone? Today we're breaking down one of the most mind-blowing patents that Rockstar Games just dropped, and honestly, this is about to change everything we know about character customization in games. I'm talking about their adaptive character animations patent, and trust me, this tech is absolutely wild. So Rockstar just filed this massive 88-page patent document that basically describes a system where the game automatically generates animations for characters of literally any height, weight, and build you can imagine. Like, we're not talking about just scaling up or down existing animations anymore. This is completely next-level stuff that creates brand new movements based on your character's specific body type. Here's the crazy part. This technology completely replaces all those old limitations we've had with motion capture. You know how in previous games, developers had to record separate animations for different character types? Like they'd need one set of walking animations for tall characters, another for short ones, different ones for heavy builds, and so on. That whole system is basically getting thrown out the window. With this new patent, the game can generate realistic movements for literally any character body type you create, all dynamically. The really impressive thing is how this integrates directly with Rockstar's RAGE engine. This isn't just some add-on feature. It's baked right into the core of how the game processes character movement. What this means is that every single aspect of your character's physical build will actually affect how they move through the world. A shorter, stockier character won't just look different. They'll walk with a different stride length. Their posture will be unique. Even the way they gesture during conversations will be completely tailored to their body type. Think about what this means for GTA 6's character creator. You could literally spend hours fine-tuning every aspect of your character's build, and the game will automatically figure out how that person should realistically move. Want to create someone who's really tall and lanky? The system will generate animations that show longer strides, maybe slightly awkward movements that tall people actually have. Creating a character who's built like a bodybuilder? Their walk cycle will reflect that muscle mass and different center of gravity. This is honestly revolutionary because it means we're getting infinite possibilities for character customization without Rockstar having to hire thousands of motion capture actors to record every possible body type. The AI essentially becomes this incredible animator that understands human movement and can adapt it to any physical characteristics you throw at it. What really gets me excited is thinking about how this will affect the immersion factor in GTA 6. Your character won't just be a skin wrapped around the same generic skeleton anymore. Another absolutely insane patent that Rockstar dropped, and this one is about to make every NPC in GTA 6 feel like an actual human being instead of those brain-dead robots we're used to. We're diving into their advanced NPC AI patent, and honestly, this technology is going to completely change how we experience chaos in Vice City. So, Rockstar has patented this smart NPC behavior system that gives every single character in the game real-time decision-making abilities. We're not talking about those basic scripted responses anymore where NPCs just follow predetermined paths and reactions. This new AI actually thinks about what's happening around them and makes logical decisions based on the situation, just like real people would. The craziest part is how this affects police and law enforcement. Remember those old, wanted-level mechanics where cops would just spawn in specific locations and chase you in predictable patterns? Yeah, that's completely gone. With this new patent, police officers will actually calculate optimal interception points in real time. They're not just mindlessly chasing you. They're strategically thinking about where you're probably going and positioning themselves to cut you off. It's like playing against actual tactical units instead of scripted NPCs, but it gets even wilder. These AI cops can dynamically set up blockades and coordinate with other units without any pre-scripted behaviors. Imagine you're in a high-speed chase, and instead of just having random cops spawn behind you, the AI is actually communicating between different units to set up roadblocks ahead of you, coordinate helicopter support, and trap you using actual police tactics. Each officer is making independent decisions while working together as a team, which is honestly mind-blowing. We're also getting what Rockstar calls emergent crowd behavior, which means pedestrians will react to situations in ways that actually make sense. If there's a shootout happening, some civilians might run away, others might pull out their phones to record, some might try to help, and others might just freeze up in panic. These aren't scripted reactions. The AI is actually analyzing the situation and deciding how each individual NPC would realistically respond based on their personality and circumstances. Traffic dynamics are getting a complete overhaul too. Instead of cars just following basic traffic patterns, each driver will have their own decision-making process. They'll react to accidents, police chases, and dangerous situations by choosing alternate routes, pulling over, or even getting out of their cars and running if things get too crazy. The whole city will feel like it's actually alive and responding to your actions organically. The NPCs aren't just background decoration anymore. They're active participants in the world who can adapt and respond to whatever chaos you create. This means every single playthrough could feel completely different because the AI will respond uniquely to your specific actions and playstyle. This technology basically means that GTA 6 is going to feel less like a video game and more like a living, breathing simulation, where every character has their own agenda and decision-making process. Okay, now we need to talk about Rockstar's environmental and rendering patents because honestly, these are about to make GTA 6 look so realistic it's going to be scary. We're talking about technology that's going to blur the line between the game world and actual reality, and I'm not even exaggerating here. First up, let's talk about procedural generation of interiors and environments. This is absolutely game-changing because it means Rockstar can create infinite unique spaces without having to manually design every single room and building. The system can automatically generate realistic interiors that make sense for whatever type of building you're entering. Walk into a random apartment building, and each unit could have a completely unique layout with furniture and decorations that actually fit the neighborhood and the type of people who would live there. Every office building, every house, every shop could be completely explorable with interiors that feel handcrafted even though they're generated by AI. The next-gen rendering technology they've patented is designed to create hyper-detailed scenes that would normally destroy your console's performance. We're talking about graphics so detailed that you can see individual fibers in clothing, realistic skin textures with visible pores, and environments that look photorealistic from any distance. The crazy part is that this technology is optimized to run smoothly, even with all these insane details, which honestly seems impossible, but Rockstar apparently figured it out. Now get ready for this, because it's about to get gross and amazing at the same time. They've patented realistic fluid simulations for things like sweat, blood, and rain. And I'm not talking about basic particle effects here. This system can simulate how sweat actually forms and drips on your character's skin based on the weather, how much they're exerting themselves, and even their stress level. Blood doesn't just appear and disappear. It flows realistically, stains clothing permanently, and even changes color as it dries over time. The rain simulation is next level too. Instead of just basic droplets hitting surfaces, this system creates dynamic grime and stains that build up over time. Your character's clothes will actually get dirty and stay dirty until you do something about it. Cars will accumulate realistic dirt and grime that affects their appearance and maybe even performance. The whole world will feel like it's actually affected by weather instead of just having visual effects overlaid on top. Rockstar has somehow figured out how to make these hyper-realistic effects computationally efficient, which means we get movie-quality visuals without needing a NASA computer to run the game. The environmental detail patent suggests that every surface in Vice City will react realistically to everything that happens to it. Bullet holes will create realistic damage patterns, explosions will leave appropriate scorch marks and debris, and even footsteps will leave temporary impressions in appropriate surfaces. The world won't just look realistic, it'll actually behave like the real world in ways that previous games could never achieve. This level of visual fidelity, combined with all the AI and animation patents we talked about earlier, means GTA 6 is basically going to be the closest thing to a real-world simulator that we've ever seen in gaming. Every single detail is being crafted to enhance immersion without sacrificing performance, which is honestly revolutionary for open-world gaming. Alright, this next patent is probably the most game-changing one yet, and it's going to completely revolutionize how we think about multiplayer gaming. Rockstar has been working on seamless multiplayer integration technology that basically merges single-player and multiplayer environments into one persistent world, and honestly, this is about to blow everyone's minds. Here's what's absolutely wild about this patent. They're creating a system where you can seamlessly transition between single-player and multiplayer without even realizing it's happening. Imagine you're playing through the story mode, cruising around Vice City doing your own thing, and suddenly other real players just naturally appear in your world. But here's the crazy part. The NPCs in your game have independent logic that continues working even when real players are around, so the world stays consistent and believable no matter who's in it. Instead of having separate single-player and online modes that feel completely different, everything exists in one continuous environment where your actions actually matter long-term. If you blow up a building during a single-player mission, that damage could still be there when other players visit that area. So if you and your friends are causing chaos in one part of the city, the NPCs throughout the entire world will respond appropriately. Police will redirect resources, civilians will avoid that area, traffic patterns will change, and news reports might even mention what happened. The world doesn't just reset after you're done, it actually remembers and adapts. This technology basically means that GTA Online won't feel like a separate game anymore. The story mode characters, missions, and world building will all exist in the same space as the multiplayer chaos, creating this incredibly rich and dynamic environment where everything feels connected. You could be doing a story mission and encounter other players who are doing their own activities, and instead of breaking immersion, it'll just feel like a natural part of the living world. The independent NPC logic is probably the most impressive part, though. These aren't just background characters that disappear when real players show up. They continue their own routines and decision-making processes regardless of whether they're interacting with AI or human players. A shop owner will treat you the same way whether you're in single-player mode or surrounded by other online players, and their behavior will be consistent and believable in both scenarios. This persistent world concept also opens up crazy possibilities for emergent storytelling. Basically, Rockstar is creating a living world that exists independently of whether you're playing alone or with others, and that world continues evolving and responding to everything that happens within it. This isn't just multiplayer integration, it's the creation of a persistent digital society where every action has consequences, and every player contributes to the ongoing story of Vice City. Tell me which of these features you think gonna 360 GTA 6 experience for you. Let me know in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.